Hello guys, Kanto64 here. Today we're doing the next part of What If Deku was Mephiles the Dark. So, last time, Isashi left and changed his name to Midoriya. Ever since then, he's been living the life, I guess you could say. He moved to Tokyo. He's met people with quirks. He even got himself a job. And couple in years after that, he found himself a lady. He dated some girls, broke up, stuff like the normal type of stuff. But then he met the one. They got together, they married. And of course, they had kids. Years will go by. Isashi, with a little bit of wrinkles, he hasn't really visited his friend's grave. His grayish hair is starting to become a little bit of white. He is on a boat heading to an island. I'm sorry, old friend. I know I haven't visited you in a long time. And of course, his wife just, I hope I get back in time before my wife leaves me forever and leaves this world behind. The boat lands. Well, the boat lands from sea to land. He gets off the boat and he walks on the island he used to live on. How I haven't been to Soliana in many years. I forgot. And of course, people used to live. And of course, he finds kids with quirks playing, normally, doing regular things, until he finds one simple thing. A grave on top of a hill where there's one simple tree. My old friend. He bends down, puts a single flower onto Deku's grave. It's been a long time, old friend. It's very sad of that night. I wish I was there that night instead of having to leave you all alone. And someone comes up behind him. A woman and an older woman. Huh? Ah, I see. It's been a very long time. Asashi. Elise, is that you? Ah, it seems like you have aged like fine wine. Do not flatter yourself. The old friends talk and seen what they've been up to. So, you've got married and had kids? Yes, I have. My daughter and so my sons have journeyed around the world and all that. And of course, right here is and Asashi realized there's a young girl who Elise the First is holding. Who is who is this young girl? Oh, this is my grandchild. Her name is Alice. Alice? Ah, Nice name. My, he goes on one knee again and has his hand out to the young girl. The young girl is just kind of scared. Do not be afraid. My name is a Sushi. It is very nice to meet you. And she's like, nice to meet you too, sir. I see you also have manners. And of course, she calls up to the maid. Hold on, guys. And of course, Elise tells the maid to take her grandchild where two old friends can talk in private. What? They both sit down on a bench close to the gravesite. So, what do you want to talk about? It's about my father. Your father. I thought he was crazy. But of course, I found a book of Solaris and some old notes. I thought I took all of them. You what? Nothing. I might have took all of them to study them, but here, a bag full of a diary and some old notes. At least I was thinking about recreating it to bring him back to life, but I do not want to do that. I was afraid to. So here. My father was a great man. Your father was a crazy man. Do not speak to my father like that. We both know how he was. You're right. It's starting to get a little chilly out here. You're very right, my dear. I better go. I want to get back in time before my wife departs from this world. I see. I hope you don't go into sadness and grief like my father did. I promise I will not. I promise myself I would never do something which your father did. At all cost. And also, Elise. Yes? Burn all those documents. But their history of... You should burn them all. Because you do not want someone from your later down the line of the family tree to do the same thing, or some madman or something like that to find out what your father was up to and try to recreate that. We do not need it. Yeah, you're right. So, the old man leaves, and the old lady heads back to the castle. But of course, time would pass, and Elise never did do what she promised. So, years will go by. We start with a man. We start with a man in a lab talking to someone who is very injured. Master, are you okay? Master, I need to fix you up. I can't believe that musclehead. He looks at a poster. What has been ripped up? It is okay, doctor. I will be fine. My quirks will help me heal. I might know a way to heal you. I've been doing researches. Do not talk about that research. We have already done multiple researches on that. What has destroyed everything. It even killed their duke. But the man with no face looks at a picture of what reads All Might. I will find a way to end him. You need to calm down, Master. You need to heal. I don't need to do anything. I was so close to ending him. I injured him badly, I think. But of course, ever since after that day, the doctor left. All for one. Went to Soliana. Snuck into the old ruins. And of course, in the old laboratory of Kingdom Valley. He was digging around and he found something. A weird scepter buried underground. But of course, let's travel back in time. But before that, the doctor grabs the scepter and says, and grabs something out of his pockets. A piece of paper would read Scepter of Darkness. So this is the Scepter of Darkness. I can't get the orb of flames. But why is this buried? I'm surprised they would just leave it. This must be my lucky day. But of course, let's go back in time. Around... Kid! Your soul, your image, you will die. Where am I? Hello, kid. My name does not matter. You may call me Darkness. Darkness? Well, mephiles, the dark. Your memories. All he sees is blackness and just glowing greenish eyes. Where am I? Years will go by. Deku would live. First, he would cry for his friends and someone to help him. But over time, that sadness will fade away, turning into despair and darkness, hatred. But of course, with Mephiles' persuasion, something changes. Deku becomes cold-hearted and does not care about no one but himself. Mephiles has a great idea. They've been stuck together for years. Deku has like he's kind of like a soul, but Mephiles. Fine. Those green, soulless eyes. I will do it. I'm tired of seeing nothing but black and darkness. Mephiles. But if we do this, you and me will be together. Our memories will clash together. And of course, we won't be two entities. We will be one. And at this time, because centuries and centuries have passed, Deku, thinking maybe someone would help him, finally gave up. And of course, he's like... But around the same time, the doctor gets onto a plane. And of course... Well, gets on his own private plane. But... What he does not know is the scepter of darkness starts to shake. The energy coming from it glows. The engines and everything around it starts to go haywire. The doctor's like, what's going on? And one of the men, we don't know. Everything's going out of whack. We don't know. And of course, the plane twitching, the outside filled with electricity. When both of the engines blow up on flames. No. And of course, crash. Out of the rubble, the doctor escapes. Injured, but not badly. And he runs. And he finds the doctor. No, the doctor finds the base. He explains what happened to All For One. All For One gets angry. But, thinking, the scepter of darkness. It's lost. I'm sorry, sir. I did it. It's fine. Maybe we might find it in the future. But, who knows? You still have the paper, don't you? I want you to forget about that project. What about all the other projects we've been working on? Yes, but we should continue proceeding with the Nomu project. Yes, sir. And of course, the Solaris project has failed once. And because their king was a fool to try to bring a god into reality. So, Master, how is the child you found? The child is good. It's fantastic. I can't believe I found her grandchild. When All Might finds out, he will be devastated. His own master. The end of his downfall will be his own master's downfall. Fantastic. And of course, we head back into the ocean. Someone coming out, soaking wet. What happened? I can feel. And zoom in. The camera zooms in and sees two glowing green eyes and a devilish smile. I shall bring chaos and destruction to this world. One piece by him standing up, one piece of his hair falls down to one of his eyes. His hair is a mixture of black and a very, very dark gray. I will get my revenge, not just on him, but also on the world. Do not wait, Iblis. I'm coming for you, and we will become one once again.